Hey there. I'm coming to you from the Art Parlor in Frenchtown, New Jersey, where I'm closing down my solo show, Is My Mind a Safe Place and Other Experiments 2021. But I thought for those who live far away or weren't able to make it to the show, I can talk about the pieces that I had here, uh, all the things that I made over the past year, and a little bit about my techniques and inspirations. And then you'll feel like you were a part of the show as well. Okay, so here we go. This is what I call a scribble head design. I work in a sketchbook and I draw a little kind of scribble, and in a way it was sort of like this would be our shoulders and our neck, and then our collective consciousness through this year is kind of scrambled, and all the thoughts that we have going in our head and sometimes twisted. This is the armature is made of polystyrene, and then I put on a resin clay. It's a self-hardening clay that doesn't need to be fired. It can then be painted with a paintable metal and then patinaed. Great. That can go indoor, outdoor, whatever. A lot of times when I'm working on my pieces, I'm really concerned about all of these art principles like value and balance and texture and loud and quiet conversations and layers and stuff. But I wanted to shut my mind down and say, don't think about anything, and see what comes out. And that's what inspired this piece, which is called I Once Was a Boy. It just is an automatic painting, something when you clear your mind. So I don't know why my mind made that, but that is what came out. These two pieces were experiments in color harmonies. I'm learning how to blend colors so they work together. They also have bits of collage and other tricks going on, but the harmonies here and harmonies returned. They're great little pieces. I just love how different this is next to how dark this is. Like they just work so well. Fun little pieces. I brought Balaclava Bunny, which is the epoxy resin clay again, and hand felted Murano wool for the hood. These guys are what I call my radical collage paintings. So I first take a panel, a wood panel, and I put every kind of thing on there, cardboard, playing cards, any kind of like thick collage material. Then I take an orbital sander and I'll work it down, and I'll glaze it over and then sand it again, then collage. I keep building up and taking down until I start to see, the imagery in there. This might look like, a house or whatever. And then I start to add in all my colors and stuff, with the idea that from far away, there's some interesting things to see. And then when you go in closely, there is a lot of yummy goodness to eat. Delicious, delicious, beautiful things. I'm making my own transfer films out of collage material, out of skins, with gel medium and what. There's a lot of new fun techniques in there, and they were fun to make. These bunny heads, again, are the self-hardening resin clay, and then I put a finish on them to look like they're ceramic pieces. And even the backs have a beautiful, finished look. Cute. These are some monoprints. A lot of times when I'm working in polystyrene for my armatures and things like that, I have leftover pieces and I don't want to waste them, so I create my own printing blocks out of them. And they just make a nice design. See at night 1 and 2. And then these little collages here were studies in value. What I would do is I would work on the pieces and then take pictures of them in my phone and then desaturate the photo so I'm only seeing it in black and white. And if it works in black and white, I mean balance and contrast and all that, then I can continue and I might add a few things or whatever. So I don't know. I feel if it works in black and white, it'll work in color, because color is so seductive and sometimes it can fool you and not really be your friend. But sometimes color works beautifully to take your eye around a piece. So in this, which was also a radical collage painting, it was all black and white collage that I sanded down with an orbital sander and then worked in a design. But right at the end, I put a little white spot here. I don't know if a white spot here and white spot, so your eye goes around the whole piece. 1 Year Tonight, that's called. This is a little scribble head mini study on an industrial tool die for a stand. And then behind me here is Eldritch the Fox. The interesting thing about him is he started from a sketch, and what looks like wood is not wood. What looks like metal is not metal. There's a lot of faux elements, but then there's actual steel and there's actual, clay and all kinds of things. So it's almost everything that I was learning how to do in one semi-creepy kind of cute sculpture. Another print idea with my homemade printing blocks. This is 6 Reasons to Be Happy. You can contemplate when you look at pieces like this of your own reasons to be happy. It could be 6 years sober, 6 years married, whatever it is. Or you can just think of 6 separate reasons every day. You look at it and say, I'm thankful that my dad sent me something in the mail this morning. I'm thankful that my friends were over for dinner finally last night. And you just can have a gratitude practice, gratitude meditation every time you look at the piece. And I can do that in any amount of numbers, obviously. This is the title piece, Is My Mind a Safe Place? And there is a lot of, what I'm trying to do here is work with layers, work with contrast, bringing your eye around the whole piece and guiding you around. The last little thing that I put in this one was this guy, which sends your eye up and then around, and it kind of echoes something that was further behind. When you have translucent, more cloudy areas, they recede, and more opaque things come forward. So there's many levels and layers. And then again, when you come up close, of course, there's all kinds of great things to see up close as well. So it was fun to work on that large painting. And I have a time-lapse video of that also on my YouTube. So you can see me working on that. Sticking with the bunny theme, these are bronze bunny heads, so They are the polystyrene base, epoxy, resin, clay, shell. So they're freeze-proof, crack-proof, waterproof. They can go outside. They're pretty light and cool. Love those guys. And then a dear old friend, Rusty, came along. He follows me to a lot of my shows. This is Beep Beep Motherfucker, which was based on my friend Susan got some Roomba and a Roomba mop, and soon she was picking up after them and programming them, and she's screaming, "These robots are controlling my life." So I thought I'd make a painting about that, and this one is just layers and layers and layers of every kind of robot you can imagine, and then throughout you'll see ones and O's, and that is my name in binary. Speaking of robots, these little robot sculptures, little primary robot sculptures, and Luna up there, a little monster head from a previous show, but whatever, it fit nicely in there. So that was my 2021 show, and stay tuned for more stuff from me. All I do is work. I can't stop. I'm learning and growing and changing and evolving, so I hope you can come along for the ride, and thanks for watching. All right, bye-bye.